Suppose there is a Krishna West Center established at some place, somewhere, where also a traditional ISKCON center is placed. How can we understand the relationship between these two centers?
Eine gute Frage. Danke.
To be more specific,
yes.
For instance, how should a member of Krishna West behave in a traditional ISKCON center? And here are two options. Maybe he is just a regular visitor, like everybody else, or maybe he is some very experienced devotee, skilled in giving lectures, singing bhajans, an experienced cook or priest. What is your guideline in this connection?
Vielen Dank für diese Frage. First of all, we already have a practical example. So this is not a Trojan horse. We have an example in North Carolina where there is a large and old Hare Krishna community, New Goloka, with many devotees, installed Radha Krishna deities. And we, literally 20 minutes away, in the main university city, Chapel Hill, we are already there developing our center. The relationship between the two projects is perfect. It's like one community. It's actually like one community. And the devotees are all friends. They all help each other. Krishna West devotees help the temple. They do service in the temple. The temple project, as far as what our official policy is in Krishna West, that when you go to any ISKCON temple, respect their rules. So when you go, because the temples, we respect, the temples have a right to establish things their own way. We may do things a little differently, but, that's our project. So, for example, if I personally go to any ISKCON temple, and if they prefer that sannyasis, dress a certain way, then of course I'll do that. And the devotees themselves, if they want women to wear saris, if they say, that's what we expect from initiated devotees, then the women should wear saris, the men should wear dhotis. Especially if they're going to, nowadays in ISKCON temples, if you just go in part of the congregation, no one cares that much. But let's say more to the point, if a Krishna West devotee, let's say, is going to do puja in a temple, yes, then we insist that they follow all of the rules of that temple. If they're going to give class, they must follow the standards of that temple. If they're going to lead kirtan, if the temple says, we want people in dhotis or saris lead kirtan, and if they want to lead kirtan, they must respect the rules of that temple.
Okay.
So, because after all, the whole point of Krishna West is to show respect to the non-devotees. So why respect non-devotees and not respect devotees? And that's the real point. It's not about East or West. It's not about that somehow I fell in love with Western culture. That's not the point. It's about respect. It's about if I show respect to them, it's much more likely they'll show respect to me. And that's actually what sociology has confirmed. That when you adapt and show that, for example, now in Europe, to be perfectly honest, there's this big, there's all these huge cultural and political issues about demographics, about non-European populations coming into Europe, and they dress their own way and they have their own culture. And I think I'm sort of in the middle on that topic. I agree with Angela Merkel. When she declared, it was a very famous speech she gave, when she declared that this experiment in just sort of cultural relativity did not work. And I believe that if I'm in a country, whether it's Germany or America or India, actually, I should respect the culture of that place. Obviously, I follow my principles of Krishna consciousness. But if I go to Germany, For example, in Italy, especially, well, I should say southern Italy, like I saw in Naples, I mean, the traffic laws are suggestions. Like, you might want to consider this. And also many parts of Latin America is like that. In Germany, I think it's a little different. So when I'm in Germany, I'm not going to drive as if I were in Latin America or Italy or southern Italy. Mm-hmm. Well, so if I go to Germany, it's my responsibility, because when I go to Germany, I'm receiving so many benefits from that country. Whether it's just public security, whether it's the fact that it's clean, that it's organized, that there's so many public services there. If I get sick, they're going to take care of me. I owe them that respect. Mm-hmm. I owe them that respect in Germany, to try as far as I can to follow their way of doing things. And as far as my identity as a Vaishnava, I can be perfectly honest and tell you that my attachment to Prabhupada, my attachment to Krishna, my commitment to Prabhupada and Krishna is not based on the way I dress. I feel a I have a serious, grave responsibility to follow certain principles, to practice my spiritual life properly, to teach within the boundaries of Lord Chaitanya's teachings, and Jiva Goswami, and Rupa Goswami, and Prabhupada. However, in external things, frankly, I can say personally, it just doesn't I don't feel more Krishna conscious if I dress this way or that way, because I don't really identify with my body. Well, I mean, I wish I identified less with my body, but, I'm a work in progress. But I would say for the most part, I'm just not into my body. And I don't remember during the day what I'm wearing. I just, I try to dress neat, be neat and clean and so on, but I don't think about it. I can go a whole day and not think one time about how I'm dressed. And so therefore, more important to me than dressing this way, and if I went to India, for example, when I go to Mayapur, I know they're sensitive about these things, I only wear a dhoti. Why? Because I have to respect that place.